So you just fill it up and then you go and you're like, I filled this up.
Yeah, like you go and
They let you do that in Buc-ee's?
yeah. I mean, because you're saving. Hey, I'm saving the environment. I have one less.
I just always
foam
assumed that they'll
cup.
always be like, it has to be one of our
Styrofoam.
like refillable. Because
Is
Wawa
my-
like will do
Am
their
I-
own
is my-
plastic or
what's
whatever.
What's going on? I can't hear.
Yeah,
this.
no, you get a little discount on the refill because
you
you're
hear you?
saving them a cup.
Sure.
But it some of them are like, okay, from 0 to 30 ounces, it's this price. From 30 to 60 ounces, it's this price. From 60 plus, it's this price.
Oh my God.
So I think this one old lady charged me for more than 40 ounces because she doesn't know that
She
the
doesn't
Stanley. I mean, it looks bigger, but she's
Ba, ba,
only
ba.
40.
Yeah.
Anyways, that is my new personality trait, is going into the gas station with my Stanley and filling her up.
That's a move.
Because otherwise I'm just getting the cup and pouring it in
Yeah. Or-
and I could spill. I'm wasting.
Yeah. Like those girlies who are taking the large Starbucks and putting it in the Stanley. I'm like, well, this just seems
Yes,
silly.
the ones that just drop it in there and then they're gonna drink it. I'm like,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
What are we doing here?
Well, you know what we're doing? Listening to that group chat notification go or beep, 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 beep. That means it's time to start the show. Hello, girlies. Welcome back to the show that asks the most important question of the week. Did you read the group chat? We definitely had to read the group chat today because we're recording early.
Early. Look at the daylight, as
girls.
Beef Reed noticed. Look at the sun is
Yes.
still out.
Beaming in.
Cupcakes in the window. I'm still sitting at my desk because I was working up until I logged into the
To the
Zoom.
minute.
Wow.
Do you don't record at your desk? You move?
Now I move. Yeah, I like to move locations.
Mix
Better
it up.
background, better lighting because we're usually later and so it gets dark. So this isn't the best lighting, but you know, I don't look my best today.
We work with what we've got.
My Windy
Look-
City girlies, I have a
Yeah.
question.
Yeah,
Has
okay.
it been so incredibly windy these last few days for you?
Yeah, it's been rain. Like it rained a couple times. It's been very gloomy and yeah, it's been
It's
like
not-
chilly.
It hasn't been unnormally windy though.
Gosh, it has been like I cannot open my car door windy.
Oh.
Like one day you're like, oh, that's fine. But it has been
It's not
Sunday,
consistent.
Monday, Tuesday,
Oh.
full days.
Wow.
And kind of horrifying because I've been starting yesterday, we started setting up for our event this weekend, and it's at a very old barn. And like the wind has been taking the doors to the barn and blowing them open, even though they're locked. Like I was like, this is a scene out of Twister.
Or
I am going to die.
it's giving full Wizard of Oz.
Yes. It was
I'm not
that
gonna say-
scary. I was like, I don't like this at all.
The witch
Not a
and
fan.
The witch on a broom and
Yes.
the bicycle. The cow.
The cow.
The cow. Well, we're here to discuss the most important issue.
Cultural development.
Important cultural development to date.
Of the week.
Of our lifetime.
Yeah.
Of
our
our
Tony,
life.
I was gonna say Tony Noms, Met
No,
Gala,
who
like.
gives a fuck?
Who gives a-
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure.
I believe
Okay.
Casey has.
Sure.
I believe Casey has it.
What is it?
Casey, why don't you show us? There it is.
She's a blue container with a foil lid.
Ew, that's the ugliest sauce cup I have ever seen in my life. How dare they do Big Mac sauce like this?
I'm actually shocked with the silver and blue color. Like what?
Me too.
What?
I wasn't expecting.
I was not expecting blue. I was expecting the traditional like yellow and red McDonald.
I was expecting like an orange.
Oh, orange would have been nice. Maybe they were trying to make it different than like their honey mustard.
They're probably just trying to do the one thing that hasn't been done yet because they have so many sauces like globally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she's established 1968. Something that I think is interesting on the other packets, do they tell you every little ingredient that's in them?
I think so. Yeah, we have a barbecue sauce. I think it's on there.
I think
But it's
on
just
there.
like the barbecue sauce is the red foil and then black print, like small.
Yeah. But there's just so many ingredients to this little sauce. It's a little bit
Unnerving.
a
Horrifying.
little bit unnerving, yes.
Because if you think about it, isn't it just ketchup, mayonnaise, and
no, Mama, she's got xanthan gum in her.
Well,
no,
that's
Santa
always there to
Claus.
keep the the consistency of the sauce.
The
It's Thousand
She's got the
Island.
it's
sweet
like
relish.
ketchup. It's like ketchup,
It's Thousand Island.
ketchup and Thousand Island, basically, and probably a little bit of mayo.
Yeah, we've got some soybean oil, some
Sure.
water, some sweet relish.
Mm.
Not the
Um,
soybean oil being before the water in the ingredient list.
Yeah.
Help.
Sugar.
Casey, what have been your Big Mac sauce adventures? Have you had any?
Just today. Just
Oh.
today. I ordered her at McDonald's, and like I said earlier, they gave me a Dr. Pepper instead of a Diet Coke. So
You're just
we are not
buzzing.
Full-bodied?
You're vibrating.
full bodied, full fat,
Full
heavy,
fat.
Diesel.
heavy. Yeah.
Diesel.
Wow.
The
Fat.
real DDP.
The
Diesel
real
Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, she
Wow.
was not.
She was on a
not-
green pump. Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I just did it today for my fries, and I
Mhm.
got two. So I used one, and this is just here at my desk now because I just
Yeah.
ate like
That's
less
your
than
fridge
2 hours
sauce.
ago.
I'm
Very
intrigued
Yeah.
how it will taste with like a chicken nugget
Yeah.
as
Who-
as a proper dip.
Who did
I'm
the
sure
nugget?
delightful.
I did
feel like-
it with a chicken nugget. It was very delicious. I did it with a spicy chicken nugget.
Oh,
when I
that's
was
what-
ordering,
That's the move.
when I was ordering, it had spicy chicken nuggets, and I was like, "Wait,
Here's here's the
I
move.
don't remember this."
Go to McDonald's and just order the Big Mac sauce. Drive to Wendy's, get their spicy
Get
chicken
their
nuggets.
spicy nugs.
Dunk that.
Get these nuggies.
Save that.
Hey, and if you've got the Wendy's app, order anything on the menu, and they've got a little reward where you can get a free 6-piece nugget just added to your
Wow.
meal.
Oh baby, come that new year, I bought the free Junior Frosty.
Oh, we
coupon.
Oh,
did,
you bought the little key
yes.
tag.
Yes.
Adam enjoyed a
Cute.
lovely frosty.
I
2 nights
did.
ago. Different fries in the Big Mac sauce. How about
Oh.
Not Wendy's fries, because Wendy's fries
not
are
Wendy's?
trash.
No, they
No, they're
only
not.
serve
They
the
only
purpose
serve
of
as the
dipping
purpose
into a
of
frosty.
dipping into a frosty.
That is the only purpose of a Wendy fry. Maybe a Crisp cut.
I would love
I
to
love
try
a
a
crisp.
steak and shake fry in the Big Mac sauce.
So the horseshoe.
I
the
think
horse-
that would be. I think
horse-
that would be good because
shoelace.
it would be
shoestring.
very similar to the fry sauce that you get from Freddy's frozen custard.
Yes.
They've got little skinny
Mm.
fries,
Yup.
and you dip it in that fry.
Miranda
sauce.
is a
Miranda is
is
out.
out,
leaving the
baby.
I'm
Miranda-
answering the question: broccoli or Brussels?
Well, RJ.
Also last night, just really quick, last night at Wendy's, I had to explain to the woman at the window that the people in front of me drove off because she was like 1442. I said, "Oh no, that's not me."
That's not me.
And she said, "You didn't order 2 biggie bags?" And I said, "No, I got 1 biggie bag." And she says, "You didn't, you got these. You only wanted 1?" I said, "No, the
No.
people in front of me drove off." And she's like, "Huh?" And English wasn't her first language.
Oh.
And so I had to just say mobile order, Casey. And then she was yelling, "Casey, mobile order." And then they got it for me. But I was like, I'm like, "No, not mine. They drove off." Like, I don't know what to tell you. I guess you turned your back and the people in front of me, they just went right past whenever the people in
They
front of them
ordered
were
those
done.
biggie bags and said, "You know what?
You know what? We ain't got $14 for 2 biggie bags.
What's a biggie bag? What's in a biggie bag?
Well, let me
What-
tell you, Miranda, what a biggie bag is because it is
Where's this
Well,
from?
Wendy's.
Okay.
Biggie bag, you have an option of getting a
The roaster herself, Miss Wendy.
Oh my god.
Oh,
What an
this
iconic week on
yes.
TikTok. Really.
Yeah.
That was
when
amazing.
Wendy was roasting
So
everyone.
Wendy will give you for $5. You can have either the double stack burger, the Dave's Junior cheeseburger, or a chicken
The
sandwich.
junior bacon cheeseburger.
Junior bacon cheeseburger, or a chicken sandwich. What's the third item?
Maybe like a baby chicken sandwich.
Yeah, with 4-piece
Beefy.
nuggets and a fry and a drink, all for $5.
All for $5.
And that's a
that
biggie bag.
That's a biggie bag.
That's a biggie bag.
What a deal.
It
That's a
used to be
great deal.
called the 4 for 4,
Oh, I
And
know the
then-
4 for 4.
but then they upped the price to now she's 5
Five
for
for-
4 for 5.
Which is still
Which-
shocking.
That is, yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty okay.
Yeah.
It's still a great value. As I like to do, I upsize my drink only.
As I like to
My
do.
junior fry and my large drink.
That's why she
and-
gave you a Dr. Pepper diesel.
Yeah. Well, that was
Diesel.
No, that was McDonald's. This
Oh
one
god,
is-
I can't keep them
She
straight.
can't keep up.
RJ, can you just show them what you made?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. Adam.
Sorry.
I made animal style
Oh.
fries with the McDonald's fries. I caramelized onions.
Caramelized some onions.
Yes,
I-
I love caramelized onions. Is that what animal
Uh,
style is?
Yes. So
Uh-huh.
animal style is the In-N-Out fries with the American sliced cheese melted with caramelized onions and then their
And the sauce.
Oh my god.
So
Which
you
is-
could have that, Miranda.
Duh.
Yeah.
Why not? I'm not gonna caramelize. I'm not gonna go get fries, caramelize. I'm not doing what
No, I
RJ
just
I'm not
mean
doing
like
what
RJ
RJ's
makes them
doing.
for me.
I just mean like if you were like at an In-N-Out.
No, at an In-N-Out, I'd get. They've got like, what do they
Oh.
have? They've got like grilled
Free-
cheeses and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah, like they
okay.
actually, they're California based, aren't they? So they accommodate to the non
The dietary needs of
to the
those
plant
who are...
eaters.
Well, not necessarily, because then you would just have a plant-based patty, which I still don't understand why everybody like. Why is Burger King? I'll say it. I'll say it every time. I don't understand.
I don't know.
It's frustrating. Wow. look at
RJ's
that.
just
No,
going.
no review though. Just him eating.
Nope, just watching listeners. We're watching RJ eat.
We're
I
watching
have to hold the
RG.
plate. What do you want me
Is
to
it-
do?
How is it?
I
So
took a big
yeah,
bite. I took a
Our-
biggie bag bite. So
a biggie bag.
Biggie
bite.
bag bite.
okay,
Wow.
it does taste like the animal style fries. So
Let me try.
I'm
I
pretty
mean,
proud of
honestly,
myself.
I feel like a Big Mac sauce is like what you would get. That's like the signature sauce
Everywhere.
most places. Yeah. I don't know. It just seems.
So we watched this video of Emmy. Her YouTube channel is Emmy Made. She was in Canada, and so she tried Canadian only items in McDonald's, and they had a triple Big Mac.
A triple.
Yeah.
But was it probably just as big as the American?
That's fucking great. I'm
That's
gonna be
great.
really honest.
I mean, it's hard to not when you put fries and caramelized onions
Oh,
and then like a
baby.
sauce,
And a sauce?
on top.
What?
What more could you want?
Yeah.
And a cheese?
Oh yeah, cheese. Forgot the
Cheese.
cheese.
It is crazy because people love In-N-Out. And I used to be one of those
Say
people.
this.
And I think they're extremely I don't want to say I think they're overhyped. I think they're on value for what they serve. Like the gag is that like a double cheeseburger is like $3 still.
That's the thing. That's
crazy.
why it's worth it. Is
Right.
because it's so inexpensive.
There is no reason in the year of our Lord 2023 that they still have the worst fries I have literally ever
Yeah.
tasted.
Yeah.
Like microwaved frozen fries out of your freezer. Like it's
And no one
dry.
can defend them. Like
But-
there's
No.
no
and the fact that you have to be like, well, in order to eat them, you have to order animal style. I shouldn't have to do that. I shouldn't
Yeah,
have
exactly.
to do anything to make something edible. Then it's not edible. It's the same thing I have when people are like, oh, Papa John's crust is good because you dip it in the garlic butter. I could dip anything in garlic butter and that would make it good. Like
Yeah.
that doesn't mean the crust itself is good.
Yeah.
And what happens when they're out of the garlic butter or you order it,
and then you eat
like
dry
I did,
or
you order
even
it
worse.
and they didn't give you any.
Or even worse, they have like a pizza function at wherever you're at, and someone else grabs it before you can
Grabs
get
it
to
before you can.
because you know they never
So
give
then
you
what?
enough.
You just get the jalapeno, the little pepper,
that nasty little pepper.
that nasty
Nasty
little
little
pepper.
pepper.
That nasty little pepper. Don't give me that pepper.
Yeah, that was great.
Where was I that someone wanted the pepper? Was it Miranda?
It was absolutely me, and I believe we were at
Was it at Geyser Point?
but you
Was
just
it
had
on-
a
It was a popper. Sorry, it was a popper situation. It was a.
Was it on top of the brisket?
I know that there were a bunch of what are those peppers? The yellow ones.
Oh. Like the
Not-
baby bell pepper ones?
No, the spicy ones that you put on
pepperoncini?
salads.
Banana peppers?
Pepperoncini pepper.
Pepperoncini.
Yeah, you guys had some leftovers on your meat platter at Roundup Rodeo Barbecue, and I said, "Can I have this?
Yes.
Please give me
Yeah.
some.
Please give me some, because I love
Hey,
those. I'll eat those just straight up."
I work with a guy whose tolerance for spice
Is zero.
is so, I'm not kidding,
Under
so
Casey.
low that we had a charcuterie board at a work thing that we were at, and they had the like peppered,
Pepper jack.
no, like the cured meat that has like the pepper outside, like it's like kind of crusted in like that black pepper.
Yes.
Mm.
Oh no.
Broke
Black
into a
pepper.
sweat.
Black
Oh,
pepper?
No.
Mhm.
It is
no.
in fact black pepper.
It's literally just black pepper. Yeah, and he was
Oh.
like,
How does someone live that way?
and I always make fun of him. He's like, I wish it wasn't like this. But he
Trust
will.
me,
I
I
will,
know.
He
I
will
know.
like
Casey,
eat.
I
He'll eat a
know.
buffalo wing. He won't like. He doesn't like seek it out, but he will like eat them and then regret it. Obviously, like 5 minutes
Yeah.
later. But
I like a just a buffalo wing, like a red, like the classic
Frank's Red Hot.
Yeah.
the classic
A
one
classic
from
Frank's.
Wingstop. Oh, I haven't eaten. You know what?
Oh my god.
I'm so sorry, Miranda. But
Yeah,
you know
he's
what?
hungry.
I was about to like
I'm
transition to
hungry.
like just not fast
Anything,
food. Like
yeah.
I was gonna talk
Yeah.
about. We went into our like Americanized It's a tequila bar that serves food,
Is
and
it the one we went to?
yeah.
Okay.
And so we went there and we actually ordered dinner. We typically never do. We'll just go for like drinks and chips and whatever. But we actually ordered food, and they have all of the hot sauces,
Yes.
but they have a ton of hot sauce. So I
full
love.
wall of hot
Yeah,
sauce.
it's incredible. So I went to go check, and I was like, oh, there was this one that was like a honey mustard hot sauce, and it was like fascinating.
Oh.
I tried it. I was like, holy hell. It was so hot.
Honey mustard hot sauce?
Yeah. And I go, what? And then we are regulars there. So the owner was fine. And I was like, what is this? He goes, oh, yeah, I know. That one's bad. I was like, but it says it's honey mustard.
Mhm.
Like, I thought it would be like hot, but
Sweet
not
and
like,
tangy.
I was like in tears. Jace tried it, and immediately I thought he was going to go vomit because
now
Yeah.
this is not what you're talking about, but I love a hot honey on a pizza.
I
Hot
love
honey
hot
on
honey on
pizza.
pizza
Honey.
is the move. Oh,
Yeah.
Hot honey on a
honey?
white pizza?
Yeah.
hot honey on so many things. Like you can even put hot honey on like your avocado toast. You put hot honey on
Mm.
cottage cheese, bringing it back.
Right,
Cottage
right.
cheese.
In my
You're a-
grapefruit.
If you're
In
able
the
to find
grapefruit, hot
some.
honey on the grapefruit. Sure. Actually, maybe.
Possibly.
Possibly.
Hot honey.
So
I feel like
good.
it's couture.
If you ever want to like not, if you think you've been eating something for too long,
Mhm.
just get a bag of it at your Sam's Club or your Costco, and you'll never want another wing in your life. I
What
bought
wings
a-
have you been frozen?
I bought like the Costco, just whatever, like wings, and I would throw them in my
Mhm.
air fryer,
Mhm.
and they're fine without the sauce. Like I just like would eat them with like little ranch that I made. But now I don't ever want to eat a wing because I had to eat a whole Costco bag of them.
Mm.
Oh.
How are you on your journey of cookery?
Oh,
Cookery
yeah.
bookery.
cooking the books. Yeah.
Yes, we've been cooking the books since since a long time ago.
Since
21
the Clinton
years.
administration.
21 years, I'd say, because the other day, whenever I was yelling at eBay, they said, "You've been with us for 21 years. We'd like to thank you for your service." And I threw that right back in their face whenever they tried to not accept my appeal for something that I did ship, and it is just lost. Anyways, my cooking journey, it's been kind of stalled because
we've hit a plateau.
We've hit a plateau because when you right before you go on a trip and right after you go on a trip, and you're like, well, I don't have time to go to the grocery store.
Right.
So
Casey, we got back 2 weeks ago.
It's true. It's true.
We have been back for 2 weeks. You've not gone to the store?
I haven't gone to the grocery store since we got back.
That's
Oh
been.
my God.
I've been in tech, and that's kind of my with Adam. I'm like, I can't.
I don't. I had my whatnot show, and
Yeah, she's booked.
She's booked. Like,
Oh yeah. How are sales?
Speaking
Through
of
the
cooking
roof.
books. Oh, you already got them?
There,
Wow.
you see my purchases right there and right
Wow.
there.
That was quick shipping.
I got my little
ship.
Bambi
Next day
Vinylmation,
delivery.
and I was fighting with somebody in the comments over this Lumiere wishable, and I felt bad because she first got the Madame Wardrobe. I forget what her
Oh, yes.
real name is.
Audrey McDonald.
Adam.
Yeah.
Audrey McDonald. And then she got Cogsworth, and then she was trying so
Madame
hard
la
to
Grande
Lumiere.
Bouche.
Oh,
Thank you. I was waiting for Adam to say it.
She wanted the full set, but you're
And
like,
she wanted,
not.
but I was like, but I have Cogsworth, and I need Lumiere. It's only right. It's only
It's
right.
only fair.
It's
And
only
you
right.
had
Only
that
fans.
$10 credit from Whatnot.
Yes.
So,
that's true.
you know?
Wow. But we didn't even. We didn't talk about. Speaking of Beauty and the Beast,
What?
we did not talk about this Easter's holy performance
Oh,
of
no. we
Beauty and the
didn't.
Beast, where Belle
Oh.
was the Christ figure that was crucified.
Oh, no.
What's going on?
They've been
What are
sued,
we-
right? They've been sued multiple times.
I don't
or
think
they
that's.
haven't?
I don't think they're the ones that got sued because the Hamilton one got sued,
Yeah.
but I don't think they've been sued. It's wild. Nobody knows what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
No. I know you can. I meant listeners. Listeners, there's a Canadian church
I'm gonna finish my fry. Go ahead.
where. Thank you for giving me permission. There's a Canadian church where every Easter they do a musical, let's say, and they take an IP that is known, they change all of the songs, they change the story to fit the story of the Passion. And so this year they did Beauty and the Beast, and Belle somehow, in a story in which Beauty and the Beast already has someone who dies and is resurrected as part of the literal story of Beauty and the Beast, they chose Belle to be the one that dies
Christ.
for everybody's sins. And Gaston is the one who kills her. And he throws the log, the thing,
Yeah.
what are those
thing that he
called?
breaks down across.
No. When they used to break down the door.
Yeah.
That's a specific word, but
I don't know what it is, but I know what you're talking about. I'm envisioning
Yeah.
the part of the film.
Yeah.
It's like a
and he-
big log. Yeah.
Yeah, she runs in front of the door and he hits her with it and then she dies. A battering ram. Thank you, RJ. A battering ram.
Wow.
Our
So-
historian.
Iconic in that way,
I mean, that is pretty wild. Though I understand taking IP and switching it so you're able to perform it without getting sued. I've done that, though we could have still gotten sued.
Right. And that doesn't actually qualify you to not get sued somehow.
I
But yeah.
know, but it's like you're doing you're taking something and you're still able to create. You're behind this creative genius.
Absolutely. It's honestly fan fiction when you really think about it.
Honestly, I think there should be a podcast episode where I take my script of quote unquote Beauty and the Beast from 8th grade that I adapted. I think we should perform it at some point.
Oh, for sure.
Where the
Miranda calls LeFou.
I don't even think LeFou was a character. Belle
You
had
adapted Beauty and the Beast and you didn't even include the best character in the movie?
I'd have to find this. I know the script is in my basement. I know Belle had 3 sisters who sang Perfect Isn't Easy from Oliver and Company.
Sure.
I know that Belle and Beast sang If I Never Knew You.
Is this
From
Did you write
Pocahontas.
this?
I wrote this.
Okay.
Yep. Instead of in lieu of an 8th grade talent show.
Well, Miranda,
did.
you're not in the Writers Guild of America, so now's your time to send it out.
No, I'm not.
There you go.
on
I know
strike.
they
You're not
need-
on
my
strike. You can be a scab, Miranda. It's
Listen,
fine.
You'll cross the picket line.
There's no SNL episode this week, so I think they just fit our podcast into that slot. you
Slot
know?
it in.
Slot us in.
Slot us in.
Slot us in the
Nancy.
slot.
You know we can run a
Slot.
2-hour show. You know, girl.
Absolutely, we are
Easily.
capable. Very
And SNL is beautifully only an hour and a half.
Amazing.
So there you go.
Classic.
Easy.
And with
for-
commercials, an hour.
With commercials,
Oh my God,
it's
with
an hour.
commercials.
With
Oh.
commercials?
You'd have to cut us off.
Act breaks? Please.
Please. Who needs them?
But anyway, pay writers. Moral
Anyway,
of the
what the
story.
Yeah.
fuck?
Pay your damn writers.
Did you see that clip of
Is it Amanda Seyfried?
Amanda Seyfried on the Met Gala yesterday, and
No,
she
I
was
didn't.
asked about the Writers Guild, and she was like, "Just pay people what they deserve to be fucking paid. Why is this difficult?" And I was like, "You're iconic." She's amazing.
I love her.
Well, shall we discuss go I was gonna say we could do Met Gala.
No,
No.
the cockroach was the best part of the Met
The
Gala.
cockroach
The cockroach at the Met Gala. Best dressed, honestly.
was best dressed was the cockroach.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was interesting.
The only thing that I felt like the men showed up a little bit more this time, which is nice that they were
You
like,
mean Pedro Pascal
In
showed
his
the
up.
legs, baby.
And the legs. Show me the kneecaps.
She said, "Oh, y'all wanted a twist, eh?" She said, "I'm serving body."
Stupid. Body wasn't served by Lil Nas X.
Full body.
Literal body.
Literal body.
Truly.
Amazing. Miranda, you had a time capsule moment, didn't you?
Yeah, yes. So I was waiting for it was so windy yesterday when I was in
You were
this
almost blown
barn.
over.
I was almost blown over. And so I had to wait for a delivery and I was like, I'm just gonna go to my car and like sit in my car because it was also really cold. And so I was sitting in my car and I opened up my little what do you call that in the middle of the car? You know what I'm talking about? Your little
Center
armrest.
console.
Yes,
The center console.
the
and
CC.
I realized
It's a battering
The
ram.
CC.
that my car still has a CD player and I have at least 100 loose CDs in my center console.
We love a loose CD.
And so I was
Let
going,
loose.
baby, let loose. Anyway, I went through and I was like, there are so many there are so many burnt CDs in here.
Oh,
In your
yeah.
car?
Miranda,
in my
I need you
car.
to know the only time I'm truly ever tickled is when you start to sing.
Great.
It is the highest form of joy that I ever
Miranda, you need to
achieve.
sing more. You have a beautiful
You have a
voice.
beautiful voice,
Sing.
Miranda.
Oh, Miranda.
Oh, Danny boy.
Danny boy, the pipes. But I was like, I don't even remember what is on some of these, but
Uh-huh.
the titles alone were something.
Peak.
They were peak. But then as I was just plopping them in, I found other CDs that people had made for me.
Yes.
And I miss that. I miss the art
yeah.
of a friend, of a crush, of somebody like burning a CD for you.
A finite amount of time can fit in a CD. So I can't just make you a playlist. It's not,
Right.
there's nothing tangible about it.
It's like 12 to 15, maybe 18 if they're shorter songs, which
Mhm.
they used to be. But I'm like, that's how I need people to make me playlists now. on Spotify, but it's not the same.
It's not the same.
But
So you
yeah.
can put in like
How I learned
5 hours
music.
of music.
Yeah.
But that's how I learned like new songs because I
My K-pop
I am
playlist is
unable.
like 72 hours
Mine
long.
is like literally like 8 hours because I just play a shuffle and it plays
For
whatever.
days.
But we use when I'm in Phoenix this next month. Maybe I'll see if my brother still has his CD burner. Because the way I may burn CDs. And I keep putting the same song. That's the thing. You keep making new CDs, but I will always put this like 1 or 2 same songs because it's like, well, this song goes with everything.
Yeah. There's always
There's
there's
one
like
that you sneak in
there's
there.
just songs that are just like at a season in your life that you just
Mhm.
have to keep going
Keep
back
playing.
to.
Yes.
Now, I remember early...
More to Life, Stacey Orko. I've kept putting that song over and
That's
over
on
again.
my playlist that
Yes.
Miranda has.
yes, no, I am not kidding. I
There's
will
gotta
listen
be
to the
more to
To
life
life.
than
Then
chase
chase
loving temporary heights.
I
Give
don't
her a
think-
jukebox musical. My God. Give
Okay.
her. Yeah.
Yeah, do that. I'll go see that. I'll go see a early 2000s pop jukebox musical.
So
that is not
Ann
Ann Juliet.
That is not a Juliet.
No.
Uh,
I will
No.
go see Ann
No,
Juliet.
no.
but No. Tony nominated.
I remember like early computer era. Early at home
95,
PC.
98, XP.
It was probably still like late into XP, but I would check out CDs from the library, come home, rip them right onto
Rip
my
them
computer,
apart, girl.
Rip,
Rip.
roaring rapids.
and then burn them for every Tom, Dick, and Harry
Absolutely.
around town. I'll tell you
Wow.
Oh
what.
my God.
That's how I got You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown the first time. It was at the library,
Oh.
and I didn't know.
See, I was never that. I never checked out CDs. I was straight off LimeWire.
Absolutely. I was a Lime Frostwire girl.
I was Frostwire
Oh,
because it had
Frostwire,
less.
all of
it
it.
had
Oh,
less
we didn't, I don't
viruses.
remember Frost. I just remember LimeWire.
Did you used to
What's the other
The
one?
one.
Kazaa
before
was the
one
one I used
more.
to play
Napster.
No,
Well, there was
not
Napster,
There's
but
one
no,
I-
there was.
I'm looking. Yeah, Casey. I know. I see it in my brain.
Kazaa was the one that I was using.
Kazaa.
K-A-Z-A-A.
Kazaa. It's like
That was it.
huzzah.
And then it was always my brother would do it, and I'd be like, "What is that new program?" He would
Kazaa!
always be the one being, "Oh, LimeWire's gone, girl. It's Frostwire, baby." Like, oh,
Yeah,
I know.
because
And then
I remember all the songs you would get from LimeWire too, and they would start with like somebody doing a Bill Clinton impression half the time.
Yes.
If
People
they were
would
like the
upload
virus
ripping.
songs.
people will upload like their own. If it's a famous song, they will like do a fake
It's a fake
version.
out. Yeah.
yeah, or like you think you're getting one thing, and then it's like Limp Bizkit or something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
One
Yeah.
thing, I don't know why you did. That's not even Limp Bizkit.
No,
that's
sure
Linkin
isn't.
Park.
And
gosh.
like with my internet, it was never good enough. Like it took forever to
Mm.
get these because
Oh,
we were on
absolutely.
dial-up, mama.
Mom.
One thing that we never talked about, but I sent a picture one time to the group. What was your computer setup like? Did you have it in your room? Was it the family computer? What was going on there?
We had a family computer.
the big desk
A big
with the
desk.
cutouts.
Huge
desk
We
with
had
the
the corner
cutouts.
desk.
Oh,
So just
yeah,
like
the
corner.
the whole room was
Ours
the
was right in the
desk.
middle.
Wow.
you're like executive.
Executive
Like,
Yes.
realness.
But also like still really cheap, made of like particle board. Like
oh,
Yes.
absolutely.
Yeah.
That like,
I-
yeah.
I had a giant, very nice desk that was gifted to me by my grandparents that like is meant for a 62-year-old woman. And that
Perfect.
baby was in my bedroom. So it was like all of my purple striped walls with my neon like rope lights. And then this giant, like beautiful oak desk.
Mm.
Like, but it was the family computer in my room.
I had a desk in my room, and it was I don't even know how to explain it. It was like a desk, right?
Right.
And the top part would like pull toward, like it was like on rollers, and so the whole thing
Yes,
would roll toward
yeah.
you.
The keyboard
Oh.
or
It
No,
was the
the
whole
whole
desk, because it didn't
Oh.
have a cutout for where your like legs would go. So you basically it was like a table,
Oh,
and then the
you
desk
would-
the top part rolled toward
Wow.
you to like
Gotcha.
come in. But
interesting.
we had a family computer, and that was when I was in high school. That was in the basement that I got grounded from for reasons that are probably pretty obvious. And then later, I think it was junior or senior year, my sister had graduated college, so she didn't. I guess she got a new computer, so she gave me her old laptop.
Yeah.
And Mama, this is so embarrassing to talk about. I was not. This may shock you, but I was not a cool kid in high school. I know, it's pretty
What?
wild. So what I would do in order to keep up with music trends is I would literally Google
Oh, yeah.
top 40 for every week, and then I would FrostWire the top 10 songs on American radio, so I could like stay attuned to the culture.
Right.
Because otherwise, girly, the only thing I was listening to was Broadway and Jason Mraz. That was it.
I've
Yeah.
Very niche market.
Checks. Yeah.
It's so funny. I guess I did listen to pop music. But I've only
Cool.
listened to women. You could not
Oh.
convince me to listen to a male pop star at all.
Why would you?
Yeah.
Well, that's like
The only time I would add a male pop song into my playlist was if someone danced it on So You Think You Can Dance. And I was like, oh, I love, and I'm so sick of love songs. I was like, okay, that's a bob. And be like, oh, do you, I'm like, no, I just, learned it from a show. Or like Dancing
That's
with the
like
Stars,
how-
they did that too.
how Matt Rogers, like his favorite was Kelly Clarkson, but like if
Mhm.
anyone ever asked him in high school, he would be like, oh, like Dashboard Confessional or like a pop punk band.
Fake out,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
So RJ, if you are okay, here I have a task for you.
If I do
If
have the
you
CD
are
burner.
able to burn, you want me to listen to K-pop, girl? You pick 12
12 songs that
K-pop
I burned.
songs,
Okay.
burn them on a CD, and give it to me.
I need to do
Print
like.
out all the lyrics in English so she knows what they're singing about.
Do you even care? Like, I
No.
think you're more just
I
like a
don't care.
melodic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Vibes.
I am
Vibes.
biased.
Miranda
no.
is famously a melodic girly.
The melodic Miranda. Yeah.
The melodic Miranda.
And I feel like I need to give you like a survey of like, what are your tastes in music so that I can.
Curate.
RJ, I have no
I have
taste
S Club
in
7,
music.
girl.
I have S Club 7 and Stacey Orico.
Yeah.
Like, Ashley
Miranda,
Simpson's autobiography album. Like
Miranda
that,
and my boss have the exact same taste in music because
No,
he still
I'm-
thinks he's like 25.
Hillary Duff's Metamorphosis.
While Miranda was
Ugh.
say less. That's it, babe. No,
Ugh.
I'm trash, and I don't care
yeah.
because I'm happy most of the time. So that's all that matters. Anyway,
Casey, what's
Casey,
your
what was
taste
your
in
what was your
music?
taste? What high school? What were you
Pussy High School.
squealing about?
Squealing and dealing. So I was a mixed bag.
You're a
I was-
mixtape.
I was doing a lot of different things. Always a emo pop punk scene, like Blink 182, The
Mhm.
Starting Line, Yellow Card, Newfound Glory,
yes,
Taking Back Sunday,
I
Motion
only-
City
Hello, Goodbye.
soundtrack.
Motion City soundtrack. Hello Goodbye was college for me.
Sure. Okay, yeah. That's
Yep.
right. That's right.
Just keep that in mind. Yeah, Hello Goodbye was college for me. I think they got famous because, or like one of their songs was on a Real World season or something.
Mm.
That makes sense.
Radiohead, is that in the.
That wasn't
No.
me. That wasn't my girly. But at the same time, I was also going to like hard rock concerts with my cousin. So my
Mm.
cousin was dating this guy, and in our mind, he's rich. I don't know in real world, but in our mind, he was rich because he would like be like, hey, we're gonna go to Ozfest. And so my cousin would be like, you have to get a ticket for my cousin Casey also. She would just tell him this and he would say, okay. And I would go to Ozfest with them.
Where is
so it
Ozfest in Austin?
No, it was in Dallas.
In Oz.
It's in Oz.
It's Is this a joke?
No, I was asking because it sounds
Like-
like Austin, so I was
Oh,
wondering if that was.
Ozzy, like Ozzy Osbourne.
Oh.
Yeah, like Ozzy Osbourne was, and then everyone else was like a hard rock girly
Girly,
of the
yeah.
other bands. It was like Warped Tour, but for like hard rock. So like everyone's wearing black and big
Yes.
jeans and stuff. So I like went to school in my like corn t-shirt, and my friend was like, what changed in you? Why are you doing this?
Oh.
And I'm like, I can like different music.
Oh my god,
Oh
truly
my
the
God.
way someone would call someone a poser, and it was like the biggest deal. Like it was my
Yeah.
god.
Because I was also, but the thing was, is I would dress weird like that, but then I'd show up the next day in my like Hollister clothes,
Girl.
my
For sure.
Abercrombie, my American
Right.
Eagle.
Aeropostale.
So just like music,
I was
fashion
there
as
for
well.
style. I couldn't
I
afford
was-
Abercrombie or Hollister.
Oh, Mama, we were shopping clearance rack. We were shopping sale on sale. We'd never buy anything full price.
I only shopped at American Eagle and Hollister because in South Bend they were the only places that carried like extra smalls. Otherwise, I was swimming in all of my clothing.
Skinny boy.
Oh, girl, I was Old Navy.
Oh, do you remember Old Navy?
Religiously.
Old Navy flip flops
Oh,
of the
my
late
God.
2000s.
We had like one in every color. Literally
every color, and they were like $2.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: people are still wearing Old Navy flip flops, and I see them, and I'm like, I am unable.
I am unable
I
to.
cannot.
Be free.
There
Be
is
free.
no support.
Yeah.
Be
No.
free.
No.
Is also commiserates that he was a skinny girly. Still is a skinny girly, to be quite honest. But I wanted to know if B Freed, if he was a popped collar
Oh,
on his polo.
collar.
Collar on a
moment.
I think he was a
I think
double
he-
collar.
a double pop.
A
Color.
double-
It's giving
That
Matt
was
Rogers
the
a pop-
moment.
double
So I
color.
went to a Catholic high school, and up until my senior year, we could wear like any polo as long as it wasn't logoed, and that was the moment. Us girlies were double color to like give us some expression.
Oh yeah.
Oh, what trash.
I also went to Catholic school, but we had a dress code. We used to needed to like have our shirts tucked in, collared shirts, belts, and then no denim. But like my freshman year, they were like, we're untucking. No more tucked in shirts.
Wow.
Zero shirts. They were like,
Huge for the
let the men
community.
men hang.
Wow.
So and then the
Wow.
big thing, the big trend was Toms. Oh mama, Toms popped off in my
Ugh.
little preppy high school. Oh girl.
We weren't allowed to wear Toms
Oh, yeah,
for some reason. I don't know why.
So weird.
I also like it was like a very
It doesn't
nostalgic-
even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. Sorry.
But I had to go back to my high school this week. It was something.
dramatic.
It was definitely something. But it was like weird. I had to like give them my like driver's license. They had to they scanned my driver's license. They took
To
a
get
photo
in.
of me.
Yeah. Oh
I-
yeah, they're
it was-
not messing around anymore.
Yeah, it was definitely interesting. But same old. I like walk into a class and they were watching Black Panther, and I was like, all right.
Okay, great.
So
Do
I
you
like, pulled up a
remember-
chair-
Do you remember the 2000s Old Navy commercials where they would cover songs but they would reword the songs? The one that sticks into my mind is Super Skirts. Do you remember the Super Skirt commercial?
it.
Yeah.
Or
don't they
is
still
there?
do that?
Can we screen share?
Can we screen share? But Super Skirts, they sang it to Super Freak, but they changed it to Super Skirts.
They still
So-
do that. Jennifer Coolidge was singing a Christmas song, but changed the lyrics to.
Well, yeah, because they said they had the "Hey sis, it's Christmas."
Yeah, like they're still doing it. They're
Because Super Skirt was Super Skirt, Super Skirt. It's
Oh my
Super
God.
Skirty.
I remember
Ow.
when Old Navy debuted these boho chic super skirts.
The Old Navy had a clutch on boho chic at the time.
But like
well, we weren't ready. The world
Not-
wasn't ready. Really.
not
We weren't
real
ready.
boho chic. Like a touch of boho chic.
A touch of boho chic is the name
A
of
touch of boho.
a
Name of
touch
the
of
app.
boho. Okay, let me share.
Oh,
Let
we're
me,
sharing.
see these.
I don't know if I can share sound while I'm live streaming. There's so much happening. Share computer screen. Okay, there we go.
Old Navy skirts are flirty.
Yes.
The kind of skirts you read about.
I remember this
belt.
pencil.
It's the belt.
The belt.
The belt.
Look out of sight. Day or night. The price is right.
The long tank,
Super skirt. Super
not
skirt.
tucked in,
Super skirty.
with the long boho skirt.
Oh my
Oh,
god, that
and the
blue.
belt.
It's
Wow.
this blue.
No, that's enough. Make it
The
stop.
blue, like it's not ombre. It's a harsh blue to green
Yeah.
transition.
I hate
Yeah.
this fashion so much.
It's that woven.
I would say
belt.
this is honestly very iconic mid 2000s
Yeah, yeah.
energy.
Yeah.
Of just like
Yeah.
we had there was no, what was the style? The style was like we didn't know.
Put
We didn't
your
know.
dress over your jeans and
Put
then
y-
throw a
Yes.
giant belt on it.
Like-
It was layers. The style was,
was-
layers.
It was layers, but also not like don't tuck anything in.
Yes.
Like
A flare.
you wear your shirt should be never tucked in. It should be all the way down wherever like
and as someone with hips, it
Oh,
was just
it
was
not, it
never.
was not for me.
No. Yeah, because
Also,
the
the,
belt,
like,
the
do you
belt
remember the,
doesn't
like-
actually go to where the belt
no,
needs to
the
go.
belt doesn't do
You had to
anything.
you had to have the cami, the like lace cami that just
Yes.
poked out
Yes.
beneath.
Mhm.
And then like the
Oh my
lace
God.
would then come up
Mhm.
The
under the
cami.
t-shirt.
The
Yeah,
cami,
the
cami
the lace-
culture.
Culture. The girls don't even know.
The girls
They
don't
don't
even
even know.
The girls are
Whenever you're
discovering.
Are discovering
they're
camis.
doing
They're
it.
finding
Yeah.
it. Whenever your lace cami front that was $2 at like some store in the mall, whenever the lace starts to come apart and you're like still trying to make it work. Those
Cami culture,
those,
gaucho culture.
The
My
gaucho.
gosh.
gauchos.
I loved my gaucho pants. Ugh, the most comfortable.
I
Wow.
loved a bootcut jean. I'm gonna be so for real. I loved a bootcut jean.
Bootcut jeans are
They're
bad.
bad.
I know. I would not wear them now, but I loved them at the
I
time.
know.
Yeah,
Um,
I just love the silhouette of like them coming down like that.
Yeah.
Ugh,
But
It was-
Flare.
I'm just going back to if any listeners even want to just make me a playlist on Spotify.
Yes.
Back to playlists of
I-
Old Navy commercials. We want a playlist of the Old Navy
No,
commercials.
Even if you're like, hey, Miranda, these are some not mainstream songs, but like 15 songs I really like right now. Send them my way.
Let's you know what? We'll do a call to action. Let's do burn
Spotify.
me a CD challenge.
Yeah.
This is the new Happy
But-
Home Academy challenge. This is
Yeah,
Great.
Burn Me
but
a
you
CD
have to, but it's
challenge.
just a Spotify
And it
playlist.
can
But
be a
it can be a Spotify
playlist.
playlist.
If you have resources to burn a CD, send it to Miranda.
Yeah.
We have a CD player here too as well.
Yeah.
You know, because we
Yeah.
still support CDs as K-pop fans.
Mhm.
They're not stopping,
course.
baby. They
Right.
are churning these CDs out. So, yes.
Yeah,
the
it
burn
doesn't
CD
have to
challenge.
be my type of music. It doesn't have to be early
Well,
2000s
she just-
angsty girly pop.
Right.
It can be. That's why I like to discover new things, and I can't
Yeah.
discover new things.
We are
unless people
in
tell me
we're in
what
our
to listen to.
discovery era.
discovery
Mhm.
era for
Yeah.
sure.
Discovery Zone
Discovery.
era.
I park
Discovery
at. I used to park at Discovery.
Zone.
Epcot Discovery.
Miranda, I will say one way that I found out you kind of like what's hip right now, what the kids are listening to.
Saying that.
Have saved the Taylor Swift Eras Tour playlist. The songs that
interesting.
play before the concert begins.
Okay.
Because
What's the name
apparently-
of that playlist?
I will send it to you.
Oh, thank you.
Um,
And yeah, and if like you don't even want to make me a playlist and you're like, this is one of my favorite playlists that I've been listening to on Spotify, like somebody else has made it. I also like to I love I don't even know the genre of music I listen to. Like I feel like if Jill's not listening, but I'm gonna ask Jill to make me a couple playlists as well. But I like good coffee house music, like I like indie folk. Like I can't hear you, Adam.
There is nothing better than music in a Starbucks. I apologize.
Yes, like that vibe, truly anything. But listen, again, in my burnt CD era, I would go from Whitney Houston to like 2007 rap to then
Yeah.
like it was
Confessions by
truly all
Usher.
over the place. It was awful.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
no, like This Is the Way We Live. Do you remember that song? This is the way I live. Or oh gosh.
Oh, Nora
don't know.
Jones.
Oh, Nora Jones. Nora Jones is one of my favorite artists. Like
Yeah.
I have her on
Nora.
vinyl. Every Sunday morning I am like pop it off. Let's go. Ugh, I love Nora Jones so much.
Well, substitute teacher's taking over. I'm rolling in the TV cart because RJ's out of here.
What you playing?
Oh, for class today?
Yeah.
What was the wildest thing a substitute ever played? I don't even know if it was a sub. In world history in high school, I had a really bad teacher. And we watched all of Pearl Harbor.
We watched Pearl Harbor in high school too.
And it's not historically. I
No.
mean, no. It's a drama.
Isn't it more of like a love story?
Yeah.
It's
Is that the one with Ben Affleck and
Yes.
Yeah.
Aerosmith daughter?
No, that's
No,
Armageddon.
that's Armageddon.
that's
But
Armageddon.
it is Ben Affleck, but I don't remember who the girl is in Pearl Harbor.
I
Oh,
don't know.
Let me Google real quick. What did you
Google.
watch? Besides, obviously, your Bill Nye. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Bill
What
I mean,
Nye.
In middle school, we watched old school Degrassi.
Wow.
Like that was our guidance class essentially. Was like the 80s
the
Degrassi.
80s Degrassi. Wow.
Kate Beckinsale.
Oh,
Kate Beckinsale.
icon.
I remember my French teacher let us watch like the Santa
Moulin
Claus
Rouge.
movies, but
In
they had
French class?
Yeah, but it was just because it was Christmas. But I remember she loved putting those on.
My French teacher would put on once a year, like at the end of, like right as we were heading into like Christmas break, we would watch a Disney movie but in French. So we watched Hunchback in
Oh.
French one year. We watched Beauty and the
Amazing.
Beast in
That's
French.
fun.
We watched Lilo and Stitch in French.
Wow.
See,
I would
like
love
if
to watch Hunchback in French.
yeah, and like that would be good now because I'm sure like on Disney Plus you can just turn on the dub.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'll
The
just do that
dub.
myself.
Yeah, do some cultural exploring.
Yeah.
Broaden your
Yeah.
horizons.
Yeah, so next time I can tell the lady in Spanish that they drove off.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Absolutely.
Connect to your roots, Casey.
I know. That is one thing that
I know.
that's one thing that I always am like, I don't know why I didn't take Spanish because I'm half Mexican but my Mima never made us learn Spanish. Whereas like
She didn't want to force it upon you. She probably would have
Yeah.
hoped you just would have learned on your own.
yeah, because my niece and nephew, their other Hispanic grandma only spoke to them in Spanish. So they are fluent and also the like whitest kids I've ever seen. But that's their parents were just very pale. But they like they know it all. So I'm always asking them for words and then they never want to tell you. If you're not like
They're
My-
gatekeeping.
yes, they gatekeep it. I'm like, how do you say blah blah? And they're like, oh no, I'm not telling you. I'm like, "Ugh, just tell me.
Just say it. We're learning.
yeah,
We
I
want to
wanna
grow
learn.
and learn.
So annoying.
So annoying.
Well,
But my niece likes to use that now. She works at TJ Maxx, and like people don't expect her to know Spanish. And so then whenever she starts talking in Spanish, they're very like impressed by her.
Oh,
Oh,
hydrate. Time to hydrate. From RJ in the other room.
I thought that was you, Adam.
No. I don't know how to do it on here.
Yeah. Anyway. Should we
Cause,
go off?
Sure.
Does anybody have
we should go off.
We go off. Sure.
I guess. Okay, I'll go off first.
Okay, Miranda, this is your time to let it rip.
Let loose.
Let loose.
Okay, there's something about moving back to Des Moines that I really did love. It has been growing a lot as a city, but it's not a big city. Like, I lived in Chicago, I did it. I love Des Moines because I'm like, I can still get wherever I want to go in 15, 20 minutes. Like, it's not a big deal. But the thing about Des Moines growing and like being actually a very cool city to whatever is in the summer when they like actually host some things where a bunch of people have to come from out of town. Like we had the NCAA tournament first rounds, whatever. This past weekend we had the Drake relays where it's like a bunch of track people running. And I cannot tell you how much I hate Des Moines when it is just flooded with other people. It's like, not only are there so many people in this stupid city, but they're also doing construction because it's spring and all the roads are messed up and everything. And it was just, I appreciate being able to host a bunch of people from out of town. But the fact that I was like, it inconvenienced me, honestly, and it really pissed me off. And I don't know. It was just.
You also work downtown.
I also had an event downtown on Saturday. And so like prepping for it those past couple of days where I just like needed to like drive what normally would have been 5 minutes to somewhere took me 15. And I'm like, what? Get out, go home, do whatever. I know I'm annoying because it's like, it's great that our city is being a city and cute and whatever, but I don't like it. There's a reason I moved back here.
Casey, have you ever heard of traffic before? Do you have that in Austin? No.
No, we've got perfect highways. They don't.
Listen, I'm not, but that's the point. I don't live in a large metro area. I live in a little metro area.
A BB.
A BB metro.
A little tiny baby.
A little tiny baby metro. So I didn't sign up for this.
And that's why you live there.
And that's why I live here.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
she's scared of the big city.
I'm so scared. Do not speak to me.
Stupid. Okay.
No, yeah, that sucks. And
yeah, no.
And like, I mean, like I always tell people that's one reason I left Orlando. It wasn't just because of tourists. It was because the tourists infiltrate everything. The grocery store, the roads, everything. Like you can't go anywhere without seeing a family of tourists. And it's like, I just want to get my groceries in peace. You know, like I want to have like some semblance of like a normal life, but no, you've got people in matching shirts at the Publix. Like it doesn't work.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
based on our experience in Orlando. Yeah.
Yeah. And at least like in Austin, like the tourists are different. They're not families. They, you know, and you can kind of avoid them sometimes, depending.
Sure.
Depending, for sure. Who's next? Who is something
to
go
go
off about?
If I have anything
I've got.
to talk about. You have
Casey's
I've
got.
Oh.
All right.
Is it
Casey.
is that about the Dr. Pepper?
It is.
No, it's not about the Dr. Pepper.
Your time to go off. So go off.
So do it.
Okay. I've got some beef with the people in my apartment building, because if anyone else out there is in an apartment complex like mine where you pay for the like valet trash, and the thing with the valet trash is there's a rule that you bring in your trash can, you know, the next morning. Well, someone moved in right across the way and they've decided to never bring their trash can in ever. And so, okay, that's a problem. We do get emails that tell us to bring it in, But then they've set a bad example because now that they have stopped bringing theirs in, the people that are directly by them have decided, you know what, if they're not doing it, then I'm not doing it. So they also have not put their trash can in. And then it set off a third person over here. And so you know what I started doing? I start putting trash in their trash cans, just random little trash in their trash cans, because you know what? You need to bring this inside. Because one day I'm just going to steal the trash cans and not give them back, because you don't deserve these trash cans. If you don't want to play by the rules and I bring mine in every day, you should too.
Casey is going to
Wow.
belong to an HOA in
Oh, she's gonna
20
head
years,
the
and
HOA,
she
honey.
is going to email anybody who has had their trash out for an hour longer than they were supposed to. Oh, they are getting emailed.
So if I had a better like way to contact my front office, the email system is kind of weird. I would be sending them pictures every day of these trash cans, but I haven't. I've been trying to be like, you know what? It's not my job to police this. But so instead, I'm just being petty.
Oh, that
And,
that
like-
would annoy me as well.
We at Abaco, when we lived at Abaco, we famously had valet trash, but we didn't have the ones you had to bring inside. It was just like a little. It was like a little
That
bench.
was
bench.
built
Right.
in, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, but because me and RJ lived in the first unit by the walkway, people would drop. Oh,
there she goes.
People would drop their like loose trash in our
Yes.
thing all the time, and I was always like,
Ah.
"Stop it! Don't do this." 'Cause it's
See, yeah, that's
annoying.
rude.
That
Yeah.
is so
Because
rude.
because you can't bring those in. You're not
Right.
supposed to bring those in.
No, and who would want to? They're disgusting.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Disgusting. Wow,
no.
Casey.
But for a while I wasn't complaining because I still had my Christmas lights up, and I was like, people who live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. But then once my Christmas lights were down, I was ready to complain. But
Absolutely.
She, as soon as those Christmas lights were down, honey, she was at the quarry getting those stones, honey.
honey, I was loading up.
She who casts the first stone. It's me. It is me.
It's me. Stupid. Wait, I'm trying to think. Let me think if I have anything.
While
to
you
talk
think, I
about.
will say our annoying neighbors next door to us who rent, because they rent that home, which is awful. We have never had good people next to us. It's either been like a drug house or a family of like 30 people just being shady.
Don't you
um,
have two houses next to you though?
Well, one on either side, yeah.
But
It's
is the
the
other
one
side
that had
bad
the
too?
RV.
Yeah,
No,
I
the
remember.
other side is fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like they had.
You just meant on that side. You've never had good people on that
Yes,
side.
on that side, we've never had this family next to us. They're solid. They don't do anything. But these people, it's always bad. But we just saw today that it's back up for rent come June 1st. And I'm like,
How much is the rent?
it is for the month $2,700. Yeah, for I don't even know how many.
For a whole
And the
house.
And the photos are so bad. Like Jay said that they were taken before we moved in, which it has been 7 years
Yeah.
since we've moved in. And they like look scary. They're very scary house. But yeah, $2,700 for the home.
$2,700. That's a lot.
Yeah,
we,
for
like-
how
we just listed a condo
house in-
today.
4-bed.
In
So
chives.
2550, 4-bed, 2.5
Okay.
bath.
$2,550. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's wild.
I will say my
Pet
sisters
small.
my sisters just went up to like 2,400 for a 4-bed in Texas.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Scams. I don't really have. I can make something up.
If
Here
you
we
have
go.
nothing to go off about, we
Maybe
don't
I'll
want to
go.
pressure
Maybe
you.
I'll go on about something.
Go on. Go,
Go
on.
on.
Wow.
Oh, here's what I'll talk about. This isn't even gonna be a tangent, but we had this really nice thing happen. Because RJ and I do that K-pop podcast that we have. We had a girl reach out to us, and she has like she and her friends, they're romance writers, but they have like a K-drama podcast. And so she was like, "Oh, can I have you guys on and interview you?" So like RJ and I went on their podcast, and it was very sweet, and she was very kind, and it ended up being like 2 full hours
Oh my
of
gosh.
talking because it
Wow.
was just like the vibes were great. I get really nervous around new people because I don't know how, especially through Zoom, because like
Yeah.
how do you know what the vibe's gonna be? But she was like totally wonderful. So it
Yeah.
was something really nice that happened to me last week.
That
Okay.
is nice. Thank you for going on.
Go on.
Go
Absolutely.
on.
And it's
Oh, I should
funny
say-
because
I
like
should say the
they
name
know
of the podcast is Afternoona. The Afternoona podcast.
Afternoona. Cute. Is it out
Afternoona.
already?
Yeah, it came out last Friday.
Nice.
It's very sweet.
like it's funny because like they've obviously like watched your YouTube stuff, and so they know how you would act,
Mhm.
and they're
Yeah.
like, oh, this is gonna be great, and then
Yeah.
and then you're all nervous, but they already love you, so
Yeah.
They know what they're
Yeah.
getting themselves
Casey
into.
knows. It's just like all the people that she interviewed when she was a single writer girly.
Oh yeah, you did have a lot of interviews.
yeah. I feel like I need to put that. I feel like I need to like put that behind a paywall because I sometimes get I don't like it just being out there.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Well, you got to put it behind a paywall so then when you write your book, the stories are
Yes.
locked away again. So
Yeah,
then you can
locked
really
away.
make that money.
You can take them away at any point.
Yeah.
The memoir.
The memoir.
The memoir.
Great.
Amazing.
I think
Well,
3 people on this pod is good. I think we're going to just kiss RJ off.
I think that's
4 is too
that's
many.
Great.
4 is
I
too
think every
many.
week,
Another
Someone
has
one
to
of us.
vote. One of us should just not show up.
Listen, there's 4 weeks in a month. So once a month, it's all 4 of us. And then every other week, one of us gets the week off.
Yeah.
Ugh, to have a week off.
Oh,
Can you believe?
could
Wow.
you even imagine?
What would I do?
Okay, well, do I have to end
Anyway.
this? Thanks for
Yes.
listening.
Thank
You can
you.
find us on. Does he? Does
He
that
never-
No,
happen
he doesn't.
automatically?
No, we don't. We
You
just
know
say.
I'm gonna say it. Thanks
Oh,
for listening to the show. You can find us on Instagram at Did You Read the Pod and TikTok at Did You Read the Group Chat. You can also join the group chat on Facebook and the Discord server. Links on the episode details. The best way to support the show is by sharing the podcast to your friends and by leaving ratings and reviews. You can leave a 5-star rating on Spotify and a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, and we'll read them on the show. Our theme, KK Cruisin' Lo-Fi, is by Closed on Sunday. That's not true anymore, right?
we still have a
No,
theme
yeah,
song?
we use KK.
Oh, KK Cruisin', KK Cruisin'.
Yeah.
Our
Yeah.
theme, KK Cruisin' Lo-Fi, is by Closed on Sunday. Find the music on Spotify and YouTube as Closed on Sunday. See you next time, besties. And then he literally has this emoji.
No.
And don't
we don't
forget-
call them besties, do
and-
we?
and-
Although you are our besties.
You are our besties. And don't forget to
Our
read the group chat.
besties.
Well, maybe I'll
Well,
punch that up while he's in his little
That's
meeting.
nice. I've never heard that in my life. But I'm glad it
nice little
exists.
tribute. Wait, let me just see real quick if there is a review because I have not.
Oh my gosh,
looped.
this whole time my original sound has been off.
Oh, we have a review.
Shut up, do we really?
Yes.
Oh my god.
It's from our dear friend Diana, who lives in Japan.
Oh, Japan.
Oh.
Diana.
Gives us
Living
5
the
stars and
dream.
says geriatric millennials need love too. Absolutely, say that. As
Am
an
I a
American living in
geriatric?
Japan, I often feel behind the curve with latest pop culture references and current events. I recently taught another American friend my age, also living in Japan, what a thirst trap was, and I never want to get to that point where I look like an out-of-touch dinosaur. In comes this rebrand of this podcast. I'm a little late to the party in its rediscovery, but now I get to binge and enjoy until I'm all caught up. Hit me up if you ever need an introspective on East versus West culture shock / differences. Fascinating. Or tips and tricks for when we go to Japan.
Yeah.
Yes.
Whenever that will be.
Love Diana, former The D podcast guest. It's true. She was.
Yeah.
True.
Fun.
Thank you,
Thanks, Diana.
Diana.
Thank you,
Please send
Diana.
us your
Oh,
address and we'll put a shit ton of postage on it and hope to God that it gets to
sure.
Japan. You'll have to give us instructions on how to send a piece of mail to Japan. So It's a little work for to do.
We'll
but
bring it when we come.
when we come,
to
we will have the
Japan,
sticker for
we
you.
will have a
Uh-huh.
sticker.
Because famously, Japan, they have no there's no stickers in Japan.
No, not a
they're not
sticker
into,
in
they're
sight.
not into they're not
can't
into
find
stationery at all.
Stationery.
Yeah, it's not big in their culture in any way. So, all right. Well, thanks, besties.
Besties.
Wow. Hey, besties.
Biffles.
Biffles,
Wow.
hags,
Bitches.
lilas.
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 And see you next time. Bye.
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 Discovering voices, building worlds. The Ampliverse.